On May 19, 2014, Jagex has released a new batch of combat abilities and familiars known as the Ancient Combat Update. To start off, you must obtain the book Codex Ultimatus from the exam center. Talking to the archaeological expert will give you this book. In order to retrieve the book from him, you must have completed the quest, the Dig Site. Upon reading it, you will learn 4 new abilities. Blood Tendrils at 75 attack, Shadow Tendrils at 75 ranged, Smoke Tendrils at 75 magic, and an ultimate ability called Ice Asylum at 91 constitution. These threshold abilities are rather strong. The downside to them all is that you will hurt yourself upon using them. No pain, no gain? Well, let's take a look. Blood Tendrils is a melee ability that will whip at you and your opponent for 5 seconds. The first hit deals up to 180% weapon damage, with up to 4 subsequent hits after dealing up to 90% weapon damage to your target. However, up to 25% weapon damage will strike you as well. You damage yourself and strike back with a stronger force. Anyways, basically Blood Tendrils are a bleed effect. I found it most effective to use the Blood Tendrils and then go into abilities like Assault and Dismember. That way, you're doing a bleed, a Tendril whip, and a strong threshold at the same time. Just like Blood Tendrils, Shadow Tendrils is a ranged ability that will damage you upon using it. You will be dealt 33 to 250% weapon damage, but your opponent will be hit for 66 to 500% weapon damage. It's an all-out instant shot that can deal a lot of damage. Personally, I don't like it. There's been some reported numbers as high as 10,000 in perfect conditions, but at the risk of nearly half of your health. I don't see much of a point. I guess if you have a lot of health to spare, it's not too bad, but I'm probably not going to be using it. Smoke Tendrils is the mage version of these abilities. This time, it's a combo attack. That means it will continuously attack until the move itself is over. The first strike hits for 100% weapon damage, with the second, third, and fourth hits doing 125, 150, and 200% weapon damage respectively. This means you'll be hit for multiplicative strikes as you're hitting your opponent. It's not bad, but honestly I believe the other thresholds like Asphyxiate are better. Last is the ultimate ability, Ice Asylum. It shares a 300 second or 5 minute cooldown with Gothix's Blessing. Ice Asylum will have a total healing capacity of 3 times the caster's maximum life points. The closer you stand to the crystal, the more you get healed, with a maximum of 7% of your life points every 4 seconds. It lasts 20 seconds, or when it reaches the life point capacity. Gothix's Blessing, on the other hand, will heal you for 8% of your current life points every 2 seconds, for 10 seconds. Or 40% of your total life points, assuming it doesn't die. Here I had a total of 7,560 health. Using Ice Asylum, which had the capacity of 22,680 life points, it healed me 529 life points every 4 seconds. That's a total of 2,645 life points out of the capacity. Using Gothix's Butterfly, I healed 604 life points every 2 seconds. That was a total of 3,020 life points. So in the end, I believe that Ice Asylum would be better for groups of people, as opposed to using it when you're by yourself. Honestly, I rarely use combat familiars. Most of the time, I have a yak to bank my monster loot, or a healing familiar like a bunyip. I did, however, give these new familiars a look-see. There are 4 new familiars called the Nihiles, Nihis, Nihil, Nillies. Yeah, Nillies, that's the one I'm going with. Blood, Smoke, Shadow, and Ice Nillies, after the 4 elements of ancient Zeroshian magic. Blood Nilly is for melee combat, Smoke and Ice Nillies are for mage combat, and the Shadow Nilly is used for ranged combat. The bonus of using a Nilly is that they give a 5% accuracy bonus to whatever skill they are assigned to. So, using melee, a Blood Nilly is going to give me more accurate attacks for melee, and so on and so forth. In order to create a summoning pouch for a Nilly sister, you will need an Elder Charm, 150 Elder Energy, a summoning pouch, and a secondary each one is associated with. All of these items are found from the Nihil monsters in the pit of Runescape. They require 76 Slayer and Fate of the Gods for us to defeat. I dabbled in using the Nihils on the Slayer tasks against creatures such as the QBD, the Muspa, and a few automatons. Oh, and the Nihils are a Slayer task themselves if you unlock them via a Slayer Master. And that's Ancient Combat, everyone. Honestly, I'm a little underwhelmed. Shadow Tendrils can be suicidal, and Smoke Tendrils is a little weak to be damaging yourself with. But at least Blood Tendrils lays down a pretty nice bleed-like effect on the enemy. Pairing it with Soul Split from the Ancient Curses, I think it's pretty awesome. Ice Asylum seems to be greater in groups, and personally, I'm going to be sticking to my butterflies. The combat familiars are pretty good. They hit hard, and you can't complain about 5% accuracy boost. However, I'm still fond of my Yakety Yak. I'm going to give Ancient Combat a 3 out of 5. Overall, pretty average update. No major faults, and it was only an addition of combat abilities and familiars without nerfing or changing other content. This is Skychi, signing out. Ah, this bird just hit me! Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.